Oh my God, you guys, this is crazy. I just got done doing a live online reading, and I don't even know how to tell you this. Like, this is a reading that is going to send chills down your spine. And, being a medium, a lot of times I'll see things that are really disturbing. Well, tonight was one of those moments. I actually have the video for you. I want to show it to you guys. There was a woman that came to me tonight. She attended tonight's online reading with her mom, and her daughter came through that was murdered, you guys. And a lot of you guys will actually write to me and say to me, Matt, what happens when a soul is killed here in this world, right? Do they find peace? Are they at peace in the afterlife? Is their killer there? And how do you know that they find peace? And have you ever had a reading like that? Well, tonight this happened where this woman attended my online reading and her daughter, who was murdered by her own husband, came through, you guys. And I want to show you this reading because it's going to send chills on your spine. But also, during this reading, there's something that we can learn from it. We can learn about why certain souls don't cross over to the other side. And we can also learn on why those souls find peace. I'm telling you this because this is where Hollywood gets it wrong. There's so many movies, TV shows, books that are out there that talk about souls that didn't find peace here in this world, souls that passed in tragedy, souls that were killed, and their souls are wandering around trying to find peace. And it's not until they can find peace that they're able to cross over. Well, I can tell you is that that's not true, right? Is that when souls are pure here in this world and their lives are taken, they transition over to the other side. It's the souls that have done terrible things like murder and things like that that aren't able to make it to the other side. So tonight, I was completely thrown for a loop where this woman attended tonight's online reading, and her daughter who was murdered came through and shared with us a whole lot about heaven and the afterlife. You got to watch it to believe it. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you that very quickly in just a minute. But I also want to see I want to say hello to so many of you. I see Christina is here. She goes, I love following you. Oh my God, what a cute baby. I love that you're here as well. I also see that Rhonda is here. Destiny is here. Destiny says, Matt, you're finally coming to Illinois. I am. And I also see that Kelly's saying, Matt, well, don't bad people go to hell? Well, bad people, evil souls are earthbound spirits. Those are souls that don't make it to the other side, you guys. And that's what you're going to learn in this video that I'm about to show you. And I also want to let you guys know, if you haven't heard, tomorrow I leave back on tour. I'm coming to the Villages. I'm coming to Jacksonville, Florida. I'm coming to Melbourne, Florida, Tampa, Florida, West Palm Beach. But also for all of you in New England, you guys, I am coming to give live readings, not just in Florida, but I'm coming to Worcester, Massachusetts, Red Bank, New Jersey, Englewood, New Jersey, Sacramento, California, Cincinnati, Ohio, Anaheim, California, Las Vegas, Nevada, Waukegan, Illinois, Lynn, Massachusetts, Peekskill, New York, Ashland, Kentucky, London, Ontario, Canada, Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, and Keene, New Hampshire. All the tour dates are up on my website, meetmattfrazier.com. That's meetmattfrazier.com. Sorry, I know Sylvia goes, Matt, you need to rest. I know my voice is like this, but I had to come on. Guys, this reading that I'm about to show you was not a private reading. This woman paid $22 to be here tonight. I want you to know that because everyone sees these readings and thinks they're private readings. These are online group readings. So what I want you to know is that this reading happened tonight, just a few moments ago. It was during my live online reading. The moment that I went to end the event, there was one more soul that was coming through. It was this woman's daughter. Ready? Take a look.
Mother and my daughter, that's the only thing I can think of.
Those souls are also here because I kept seeing, I was about to wrap up and then those souls are coming to the front of the line. So your daughter was murdered here in the physical world.
Yeah.
Okay.
By her husband.
I know. I just heard it. This is really tough because I kept hearing that you were trying to save her from this relationship here in this world, and you think that you were too late.
Yep.
Your daughter's telling me. She just said to me, Matt, because I just saw your father step out of the way, and he says to me, he says, I have her child here, he's telling me. So please know that your daughter's here. Oh boy, I'm seeing visions. It's like out of the Lifetime movie when I'm connecting. She tells me she had a plan. She had a plan of leaving her husband.
Yep.
And you were supposed to help her. There were bags that was packed. She had bags packed, she shows me.
Yep. The next day, she was supposed to leave.
That's why he killed her. He knew that she was lying to him. He knew that she was leaving. And I see when I'm connecting that this was really tough because you were supposed to go and pick her up or go and get her.
Yeah.
So
We're supposed to wait.
So know that one of the things is this is why they're telling me you think that you're too late. You thought that, oh my God, if it was just a day earlier, maybe I could have saved my daughter. What I have to tell you is this. Your daughter says to me that she had this feeling like she wasn't getting out of this relationship alive.
She did.
I see her on the telephone, like sneaking phone calls to you and talking to you. Like, this is insane what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
This man who had your daughter, literally, it's like he had her in prison. I see her monitoring phone conversations with her. I see him, not letting her leave the house. There were all of these things that he was doing. And what I have to tell you is that your daughter tried to leave many times. Because she says to me, this wasn't the first time.
Right.
She says, but this time she was serious.
Yes.
Because I see, like I said, whenever she showed me the visions of her bags packed, that shows me that she was getting ready to leave. She says, and Matt, I was so close. But one of the things that I have to tell you is this, okay, is that your daughter wants you to know something. And she says, Matt, she says, the person that killed her husband, was very mentally ill here in the physical world and deranged. She says to me that even if she got away, even if she got with you, right, he would have came and found her.
True.
She says, and she was very afraid of him for that reason. But what I will tell you is this, okay, is that sometimes, right, even when we feel like justice isn't served here in this world, it's served on the other side. And your daughter wants you to know that in heaven, she is kept far away from him, and he will never be able to join her where she is. Because there's a reason why some souls make it to the other side and some souls don't. So what I can tell you is that your daughter tells me now, okay? And this isn't what you want to hear, but I have to tell you everything that she's telling me. She says, Matt, if I would have survived this, let's say he didn't kill me and I was here in this world. She says, I would have never been able to sleep at night. She says, because he would have never left me alone. It doesn't matter if I called the cops. It doesn't matter if I called the police. She says, that's the reason why I stayed for so long. I stayed in that house because she says, I knew that if I were to leave, he still would have found me. He wouldn't have left me alone. And she goes, that's the one thing that she tried to explain to everybody, but nobody could understand. She says, he wasn't afraid of the cops. He wasn't afraid of police. He wasn't afraid of anybody. She says, so even if she were to survive, even if she did get away that day that you were supposed to pick her up, she goes, I would have never been able to escape this man. She says, but the one thing is that I see your daughter protected by your father. I see her protected by your grandmother that's here. I see her protected by angels that are here. And I'll tell you that what's so beautiful is this, is that she says, for once in her life, she says, I finally feel safe. She says, because as long as he was alive here in this world, I would have never felt safe, she tells me. And she's acknowledging that.
It's true.
And can I tell you that your daughter wants to let you know how proud she is of you for the way that you went head to head with him here in this world?
Yeah, he got 240 years.
She says to me, it was because of you. She said, so the one thing is that the way that you went head to head with him and you weren't afraid and you didn't care and you pushed and you pushed and you pushed, your daughter says to me, please thank my mom for that. Please let her know that she is my hero. And she wants to let you know that from the other side and let you know that one day you will see her again. So as much pain as it is in your heart, know that God is keeping her safe. And that's the one thing that she needs you to know in spirit.
I have her children.
But she tells me you were taking care of her kids even beforehand.
Yes.
So nothing's changed there. She said to me, because when you said I have her children, I'm like, did you know this? She goes, she's been taking care of my kids. Your mom said, sorry, your daughter says to me, my mom was always there to pick up any piece of my life, Matt. She says, and I need to let her know. She says, in spirit, I'm watching over her now. All right, I'm going to leave you with that.
Thank you.
And I hope one day, when I'm in India, you said you're from Indiana, right?
Yeah.
Well, I hope that I get to meet you in person. You guys, that was a reading that happened tonight. That woman's daughter came through. This is the reading I was telling you about just a little while ago. That woman's daughter was murdered and came through. And, what was so beautiful is that she told her mom that, as tough as it was, that her mom felt she didn't get peace here in this world, she found peace in the afterlife, knowing that the person who murdered her was never going to be allowed to be in the same place with her again. That's the reason why sometimes there's a separation. That's why some souls don't make it to the other side, because our loved ones that are pure at heart make it to the other side. It's the souls that did terrible things that won't make it to heaven. That's where we get earthbound spirits and souls that are stuck, right? But it doesn't matter how a loved one had passed away. Even if a loved one passed in tragedy, they do cross over to the other side. It's just not people who did terrible acts, evil acts, like murderers and things like that don't make it to the other side. So I wanted to share that reading with you because that was something that really touched my heart today. It broke my heart connecting with that woman with her daughter. But at the same time, I know that was the message that she really needed. So I just got done. As you can hear, I'm losing my voice. I just got done doing so many readings tonight, you guys. It was absolutely incredible. And what I want you to know is that there's only a few hours left to sign up for my next online reading, which is February 13th. So that woman who heard from her daughter tonight, she was just one of many. Guys, she only paid $22 to get that reading, and you can as well. It doesn't matter if you're in Canada, the United States, if you're in the UK or Australia. People attend from all over, but there's a catch. I can only allow a limited amount of people. So everyone asks me, Matt, how do I get a reading? How do I get a reading? Well, every single person who has gotten a reading from me that you've seen online, they've done so by signing up for a live online group reading, and you can as well. So if you want to sign up, I have February 13th available right now, but there's only a few hours left to register. So you got to go to meetmattfrazier.com and click on online readings and go to February 13th. It's about to sell out. So if you missed out on tonight, you missed out on some incredible readings. There was two sisters that attended, and their mom and dad came through. They were killed in the back of a motorcycle. They both stepped forward from the other side. There was a woman who had lost her grandmother. Her grandmother came through and showed me that she was with her dog that had passed away because she just recently had lost her dog, and the grandmother was taking care of her dog in heaven and also letting her know she was also watching over her daughter who had just gone through a leg surgery here in this world. It's amazing what your loved ones know. It's amazing how they're a part of your life. And I love being a medium because I'm able to prove that to you. I'm able to deliver their messages, to show you that they're there, and to give you a little glimpse on what they're doing in heaven. So, like I said, if you missed out on getting a reading with me tonight, sorry, I just kicked my trash can. But if you missed out on getting a reading tonight, what I want you to know is that there's still time for February 13th. So if you're seeing this right now and you want to hear a message, it's $22 to register. Just go to meetmattfrazier.com. The moment that you sign up, I will send you all of your login information. It's literally just a link and a password. That's all you need. And then you're live here with me in this office. So I'm getting ready to go back on tour tomorrow, but February 13th, I'll be back here doing live readings. I hope to see you then. There's only a few spots left, and I'm really excited to see who picks up those last few spots. Just go to meetmattfrazier.com. And remember, trust in the signs. Your loved ones are always with you. And I can't tell you how many people come to me. They're nervous and scared, thinking their loved ones haven't crossed over or aren't on the other side because they don't sense and feel them. They're always there and with you. And this reading just proves that. It doesn't matter how they left this world. What I can tell you is that they're at peace. And that's the reason why they come through to me as a psychic medium. Because if they're at peace, they want you to be at peace as well. So until next time, I hope to see you on February 13th. And in the meantime, take a look at my website because there's a bunch of brand new tour stops where I'm coming to give live readings, including later this month. I'll be in Worcester, Massachusetts, and Englewood, New Jersey, and Red Bank, New Jersey. MeetMattFrazier.com. Make sure you have your seats. Whether I see you live in person or live online, if there's a message from your loved one, I will get it to you. I'll see you soon.